good baby Drew story was when you asked me about. Hey, let me hit that shit.
There you go. How did you come up with the operator? Because that's my favorite song since we talking about Baby Drew songs.
Doing drugs. What? He was like, I was like, man, hey, you better sit up, man. I'll knock your ass out. Hey, he was trying to record. He was trying to record the fight. He was like, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. If somebody want to buy some drugs, they'll be like, you got some Baby Drew? Like, my name turned into, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't proud of that no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was using me to refer to actual drug.
Damn.
And I didn't think that was, you know what I'm saying? Like, what my kids think of that, what my mama gonna think of that. I wasn't raised that way. I don't want to do no violence. I don't want to do no movie with no guns or no drugs and stuff. I want to do something that make people be in a good mood. My cousin Veronica, Tink, they'd go with me everywhere. They act like they was part of the crowd. Her and about 5, 10, they couldn't. They'd scream like nobody. They screamed like I was Michael Jackson. Then that's when you got everybody start like, shit, what they screaming at him? Shit, they start screaming too.
Nigga, this shit pop, my classic 16. My do say on the rocks. Hard to not shoot when niggas is getting shot. Mainly by the cops. Hard to play broke when niggas gon' pocket watch. Thirsty nigga, damn, I came so and I conquered. Nigga, I'm still an author. Nigga, I'm still a monster, baby.
All right, y'all, we live. We ready to go. We recording, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Press Play Podcast. We live in the building. We got the legend, Baby Drew, sitting down on the couch
guest
with us. You know what I'm saying?
What's
guest.
up?
You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee legend, one of the first to do it out the mill. You know what I'm saying? We also in the building with Doughboy.
What he do?
Midwest Mafia.
Midwest Mafia.
Oh, that.
We got 40, you know what I'm saying? P.
Zach
Crack. You know what I'm saying? We live.
Pyrex.
Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody. Baby Drew, shout out to you for coming through, sitting down with us. We definitely appreciate your time, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm
energy and your effort.
I love to come down here, man.
Yes, sir. How you been, bro?
Man, good. I'm been pretty good, real good. You know, man, I ain't had no complaints as of lately. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
That's good, bro.
Yep, everything been okay.
Yeah, that's good to hear. You
what
know
about yourself?
That's
what about yourself?
I'm good, bro. I'm
right.
blessed. I get to sit down with a legend, man, and chop it up and talk and learn about you. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we here, we live.
All right.
So like I said, we wanna dive, you know what I'm saying, into your legacy first, like, and I like to start from the beginning personally when I do it. So can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, was you born and raised here in Milwaukee?
No, I was born in Chicago.
Okay.
South side of Chicago, yeah, on Eberhard, yeah, 61st and Eberhard.
61st and Eberhard,
yeah.
Okay. Shout out to the South Side. So when did you make your way to Milwaukee?
Around 1988. Yeah, my mother had moved us up. Chicago within a little bit. You know, it was on the violent side. You know what I'm saying? Like where we was, and like you know what I'm saying, as far as the family stuff go, it was just like it was a toxic setting for, like, you know what I'm saying, somebody my age and things like that. So. And the rest of my siblings, too, so we moved up here, you know what I'm saying, for a little while. My mother actually moved back a year later, but I ended up staying with my auntie, you know. So I was about 11.
Okay, so you liked it?
Did I like it?
Yeah.
At that time, yeah, I mean, I got pretty much adapted to, like, when I came up here, like, when I got to a new school and things like that, and I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave, you know what I'm saying? Like, once I got settled in, I didn't want to go back, you know what I'm saying, because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I had met me another group of friends and stuff like that, and I felt pretty welcome. I was at the school on 24th and Locust. When we moved up here, I went to St. Leo's and stuff, and it was like, you know, I was pretty comfortable where we was at, and I was glad I didn't have to go back to Chicago. Not because going back to Chicago, but it was like I didn't want to start all over again.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I got to say I liked it. Yeah.
Okay, and was it a big difference?
Between here and because we lived on 5th and Center. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta say, it was pretty easy to get used to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a big difference at all. It was just it was a little bit. I could tell it was smaller. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the people and you know what I'm saying, as far as the city, it wasn't that much different. Then you had a lot of people that was here from Chicago anyway.
Right.
So the attitude and the temperature was damn near the same. You know.
What was the economy like for y'all back then?
The economy in the 80s. I don't remember. I remember welfare checks was pretty good back then. That's when food stamps was still in the books, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying, when it came out with it, they put it on the plastic. You know what I'm saying? We started showing out and being proud. But I know back then, you know, people was migrating from Chicago or even just coming to visit. I remember they was running the thing where they was doing 2 welfare checks and things like that. But I wasn't old enough to remember the economy. I know I went to private school, you know what I'm saying? But I don't remember having a lot of money, but I don't remember struggling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't remember being poor, but I don't remember having a lot either. So, you know what I'm saying? It was like pretty much the way I am now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't remember no super hard times though. Milwaukee was always a good place.
If it's centered, man, that's excels.
Yeah, man. 27, 23 North 5th Street.
Man, you remember the address.
I remember every address I lived at.
Wow. So what was the upbringing like? Like, what was Drew like as a kid? Was you into the music already? Like, was you into sports? What was you getting into?
Okay, first of all, my older sister had lived here prior to me moving here. So when they came up to Chicago, they was introducing me like to things I hadn't heard before. Like they brought Beastie Boy tapes and they was bringing Eric B. and Rakim and stuff. Like Chicago was a real heavy house scene. You know what I mean? So and then when they brought that rap, they was bringing that rap. The Uptown and kicking it to Vanessa Sequence and Heavy D and all this stuff. So and KRS-One and them, it was like I was really into that. That's when the South Bronx and the Queensbridge wars and stuff was going on. Like so then like it wasn't long before we moved. We moved up here a couple of years after that, but they was bringing those tapes of music that I wasn't familiar with rap back then. So you know what I'm saying, so to speak, because that even the videos and things like that was all 80s rock. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really like my sister came back to visit Chicago with the rap stuff from up here in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like I said, Chicago was mainly like more of a house scene.
That's interesting. That's interesting because you would think Chicago would get it first, being the bigger city, and we such like the smaller city.
But
that was the opposite, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it wasn't there, but I'm just saying like I didn't know anything about it. Yeah, right, you got to think I'm 11, 12 years old, so the music I was hearing was boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like that. The house was a great big thing. So you know what I'm saying?
Percolator.
Yeah.
So when you heard that, did that start inspiring you? Like, did that spark your interest in like getting the music and all that stuff?
I immediately like got a liking and a love for the what was that? Eric B. and Rakim. I came through the door. No, before that, it was I came through the door. Said Eric B. for president.
Okay,
it was that, and like I said, the Beastie Boys and Paul Revere and stuff like that. That was some of the first hip hop and rap type thing I heard, and I you know what I'm saying. And immediately, I was man. That's what I wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? I was hearing they was talking some shit. You know what I mean? You know, the house music they was just da da. You know what I'm saying? It was just it was a repetition of mainly people almost like people was scatting almost. You know, remember scat music? Yeah. So house music was just like somebody like a lot of people. The beats was captive, but it wasn't lyrics. These people was talking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I could really get with that. You know, Chicago was a town where people, you know, they talk kind of slick. And I liked it. I liked to hear conversation, and that's what rap offered to me.
Mm-hmm. So, like, around what age did you start rapping?
Maybe 7th, 8th grade, 11, 12, stuff like that. Turn remember that tape deck with the record button on there? Put that, put the 2 tape speakers and stuff. Had the music coming from there, and then had the recorder. It's like 7th, 8th grade, we was making tapes and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how you come up with the name Baby Drew? My
name wasn't Baby Drew. Baby Drew was the last name I had. My name was, depending on what rapper was big that then, they do Scarface, Mr. Scarface, Ice Drew, any rapper I thought sounded sick. You know what I'm saying? That was my prefix. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was using any prefix, you know what I'm saying? The name Baby Drew came along when I got, you know what I'm saying? It was later on in high school, Mr. Drew and all that stuff. I became Baby Drew when I went down to the east side. And it was a rap group. Well, I don't know if you're gonna get to this question, but it was a rap group called Dime Breed. And my sister was dating this guy who was in film school named Ruben Whitmore, and they went to UW-Madison. And she was the one who was like, my brother's pretty good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was my older sister. Her name Kiki. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Kiki.
Yeah, she's a pastor, evangelist, not she don't see singing and stuff like that. But anyway, she always supported me. And anybody who she knew that was doing that, she was like, you should check my little brother out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he heard me. And, rewinding a little bit, Me and my friend June and his mom, like, we had a lot of support. Anybody who heard us rapping, they tried to get us in their friend's studio and stuff. I was younger, and he finally took me down on the east side to these guys called Dime Breed, J Roll, and Showmac. Showmac did the beat for Goldfingers, you know, Corey Hopgood, you know, and that's when I got the name Baby Drew. I started out, my name was Mr. Drew, Saw Off Gangster, all that. But all these guys around me, they was older. And I said, I got a kid Snow up on the way, maybe two. My boys down in Cuba sending dope. I was looking for something to rhyme with maybe. Sending dope to Baby Drew. And then that's when I started calling myself Baby Drew, you know what I'm saying?
Damn. Fire. So when did you like officially start like doing the music, taking the music serious? Do you remember how old you was? Like your first recording sessions, your first
Like I said, I was very young. My first recording session, it was even a DJ on the radio. I don't remember what station he was on, but his name was Mike Hightower. We was even recording, me and my brother Bucko 5. He passed away in '97, but we used to go to his studio and record. And he used to like loop different music, like different songs we would like, and he was just loop, like, that's when I'm gonna say sample, and we would record over that. But the first time I was actually on a CD that was actually produced and pressed up, it was DRE, Deep on the Solo Creep.
Shout out DRE.
And yes, indeed. But I was recording with Don Bree, but the first time that I was on something that was actually pressed up in the jukebox, it was on a song called the Drought Reebok Mix that he brought out, and I'm gonna say that was around about, if I can, in '93, '94. I was around 18. You know what I'm saying? So then that was in the jukebox in the bars. Stuff like that. I wasn't even old enough to be in there, but my song, you know, he did a song called Modern Day Pimpin', and I cameoed on that, and I was talking. I had narrated it, and then on the Drought Re-Rock mix, it was the Drought Re-Rock mix, and called Where Is the P?
Okay.
And me and Bucko. No, that was the first one.
That was the first one.
That was the original Drought. But the one called the Drought Re-Rock mix was Where Is the P? I Need Some Dope Baking Soda Free. And I ended that song. I was the dude with the drugs, and I hadn't sold the liquor drugs.
Okay. And so that was one of the first ones.
That was the very first. That was the very first song that was on the actual pressed up and produced CD. Yeah.
What was the name of the CD?
Deep on the Solo Creek.
Deep on the Solo Creek.
DRE, the DRE. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. And so from there, like, you knew this was it. This is what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I think I pretty much, I knew before then, but I knew that it could actually happen from there. I knew that it was real.
Yeah.
And I actually seen it, and I seen my name on some credits on the back of a CD jewel case. I knew that it was possible and it could happen. I knew it was real, and I seen it in my face. I could hold it in my hand. I heard it in the bar. I heard it in the tap, and it was in the jukebox. So I knew that it could actually happen for real, you know. So
how far was you away from Goldfingers then at that time?
Okay, so this was about 93, 94. Goldfingers came out. Goldfingers came out in like
95, 96.
No, I recorded that after the Bucko 5 got killed. So that was like 97. It was late 97. It was late 97, early 98.
Okay.
Yeah, around November, December. I know he had passed away in September, and later on that year, that winter, I recorded Goldfingers up on 85th and Final Act, Mac Closet.
Yeah.
Recorded Goldfingers.
Mac, shout out to Shout Mac too, man.
Yeah.
That boy.
We're not in his closet, but that's what my group was. You know what I'm saying? Recorded that mother right there.
And was that your first solo project?
No, my first solo project was The Hand That Rocked the Cradle. That was probably that. Goldfingers actually was released on. excuse me. Goldfingers was actually released on a single on an EP, which included a single called "Hit 'Em Hard," featuring me, Derek Note, and Bomb G. Bomb G was from.
Bomb G. Was shout out Bomb G.
He was from over there from the 260 area over there.
Jay Billen.
Okay.
Yeah, and we did that song. So at the same time, I was working on projects. You know, me and Bucko 5, we was working on a country boy album called "The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly." But like I said, that album had never been released. So after his passing, Derek Note, who was already part of the Dime Breed camp that I went to, his name was Derek Note, the Young Gun. Yeah. And I remember being at the funeral and at the wake. I didn't want to rap. I was crying. I was, just all the way distraught from everything. And he was like, you know what? I rap with you. I was like, I don't care about that shit no more. He was like, man, I'll team up with you. So me and Bucko 5, we was the Country Boys, and then when me and Derek Note had teamed up, we became the Country Boy Clique.
All right, so we moving a little fast because I did want to start. I did want to start with the Country Boys, right?
I remember.
How did the Country Boys how did that come about originally?
Originally, my partner JG, Jason Giles, it came about originally. I was a big fan of Ghetto Boys. I was a big fan of Ghetto Boys, UGK and all that, and we used to go down the hallways just rapping, making up shit. They want to be down with the Country Boys, and the reason that I got the night game that they was calling me saying I was from Chicago, remember, and that's before it was a big migration, but I talked a little bit different. You know what I'm saying, from the other guys that was around and stuff like that, from the Milwaukee crowd or whatever you want to say. So they was like, man, this nigga talk country as hell or whatever. So I'm like, just like the Fat Boys, like, shit, ain't nobody gonna call themselves country, because back then nobody calling themselves country. So when I went down there, they was like, what y'all call y'all? I said, we was like the Country Boys. Everybody started laughing in the studio. You know what I'm saying? When we went down there, and they was laughing and shit, and then I started rapping. They was mixing down some music they had already did. So when we started rapping, they was like, well, shit, Country Boys ain't no, them niggas slick.
Yeah.
So, and that's how that name came about. But it started in the high school hallways at Mesmer.
And who was the original members?
It was a bunch of original members, but as far as the rappers, it was me, Bucko 5, and Big JG, his name, Jason Giles.
Okay.
We was the Country Boys, and then it was my cousins, George, and it was like my guy Malik Hope. His birthday today. He passed away. R.I.P. to him. Okay. And we was just really a high school frat, you know what I'm saying, group, posse, clique, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so that really came before the
Yeah, that came before the recording. I mean, we was rappers already, but we had so many names, you know what I'm saying, as far as being a group, as far as being a little gang in high school or whatever. And then, but once we started that, we was juniors and seniors in high school. And we we moved along. Shit, by the time we got on the east side, we seen some things. And that was happening. As a matter of fact, there was a lot going on. We went down to the east side in the middle of almost what you want to call a war.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of heavy hitters was getting, at that time, had just passed away. Lil June and CD Chris Davis, like a lot of big name East Side guys had just passed away right prior to us, like just getting down there and being, being welcomed by these guys. They was older cats. I'm gonna say they're 4 or 5 years older than us, but they really, I want to say, I don't have a better word, but took us under their wing and stuff like that, and really was showing niggas the ropes and stuff like that. They was not condoning any drug dealing, hustling, or gang shit like that. But I mean, private school, high school dudes, you know what I'm saying? They knew that wasn't for us. So they really tried to shield and shelter me from anything, all the way to this very day. Shelter and shield me from anything that, you know what I'm saying? That because I thought of course, I seen them niggas doing it, and they'd be like, man, here, fuck that, you ain't finna get nothing, but here you go. They go ahead, take your ass to school. Yeah. I had got put out the house and everything, hanging out with them niggas, going to the bar and shit, want to come in the house at the right time, none of that shit. I'm with my guy Kamasi, I'm out that chap one.
Shout out Kamasi.
Trying to go in the house at 10, 11 o'clock, so I'm staying with my auntie. I'm already skating on thin ice.
Right.
And like, okay, you want to stay outside? Then stay outside.
Yeah.
Then they moved me in with him. You know what I'm saying?
With Doe?
My guy Kamasi,
Kamasi.
Okay, they moved in with Kamasi.
Yeah,
okay.
I moved in with him. He's like, you come stay with me, homeboy. He ain't had no furniture. His house didn't have shit in it. Next day, man, all I know, he put some money out the ceiling, like 10,000 once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know what? Let's go get some furniture in this motherfucker. Yeah. Went down to, we go to goddamn American furniture shit. We go up in there with like $10,000 worth of singles. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, this the money, like, he was like, man, you get all these singles. Like, when people bring me money, I don't nobody feel like counting that shit. I just put, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, you know what? We can go. We got a big ass TV, plenty furniture and all this shit. Like, I got plenty of love for you country boy assassins, because I had said that on one of my reps or whatever.
Yeah.
And I ended up staying with him, and then, you know, next question, because I can go tell you just like, the story.
No,
I don't want to answer. Yes, of course. It was the Blue Ridge before that.
What was that? Luther's and around the corner, Blue Gardenias.
Yep, Blue Gardenias shit, Luther's, all that shit. What you call it, the styles and all that shit. But I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Keep running on answering questions that you probably want to ask. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. I got it. No, but you was giving us the history though. I appreciate it. So it was the creeping in the, what was it?
Deep on the Solo Creek.
Deep on the Solo Creek, right?
D.R.E. from the NSSGs when he was there. DJ Razor, Jay Villa, Dre Love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was those guys, no side set gangsters.
Okay.
And D.R.E. he did a solo act for himself, and then he was a group with those guys. And you I bumped into him. Like I said, Showmac was producing some of his stuff, and I so happened to be in the studio. He like, yeah, dog, you want to talk on this shit for me? You want to do a verse on here? And whatever, of course, it was a go.
So, and then it was the Hand That Rocked the Cradle, and then it was Goldfingers, right? When did the name start bubbling throughout the city? Like, when did the music start spreading? Did it take a while, or was it something that was kind of...
No, because then everything that we recorded, we put it on a great Memorex tape, and we gave those tapes, and we put those tapes in the hand of any and everybody who was a loudmouth, who had a loud-ass system in their car, whatever. Anybody that was around, we made them a part of what we was doing. And here, you can have this, and they'll be the first one to have it, and they'll knock that shit like it was anybody else. They'll knock it and bump that shit.
You remember when the Hand That Rocks the Cradle came out? Remember that big-ass billboard they had?
How could I not remember that? That was me on it, right? Yeah, of course.
On
yeah.
everything.
So what happened was, the Powder album and Goldfingers was recorded before the Hand Around the Cradle. The Hand Around the Cradle was released first. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Really?
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you, it was released first because I went down south to Atlanta and I recorded that in about a week.
Okay.
And and then me, it was Prashan Flip and my guy K Money, and her name's Satin Sheets, but her name is actually Prashan. She said, "Baby Drew, why you ain't dropped your record yet?" And I was like, "I don't know, I'm waiting on them to drop it." Because then we were sending that shit far to get mixed and mastered. Posters, we had double-side posters, all kind of like, what you call those, the sleeves for the tapes and cassettes. So they was really getting their promotion game on, you know what I'm saying? That's what was taking so long, but I didn't understand that. All I know is I was waiting. So while I was waiting, she like, you want to go record an album? Because I remember I was mad because when we was in the middle of doing the Powder album, I wanted Pimp C on the song. And I don't know who was with us, but P. Woods, the executive producer on How to Records.
Shout out P. Woods.
He was like, shit, anything you want, man, let's do it. But I don't remember who was with us, but they were saying Pimp C was asking too much. Whatever. I didn't think there was no such thing as Pimp C asking too much.
So
but,
when you say they, who was they?
Well, I prefer not to put names. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, but like the label, what was the label?
Out of
the
our
label?
records.
Out of our records.
And I'm not actually sure who said or who you know what I'm saying, who suggested that. But anyway, we ended up, Be Legit was on deck too. Like Ruben Whitmore the guy that my sister introduced me to, he was doing videos. Like he had a video called Tribal Communications. And he did Mystical Boot Camp Click. He did Players Ball, like Tupac and Too Short and all them. He was doing big time videos. That's when video was costing a bankroll.
Right.
So he had all kind of lines and connections to all these people. So he called Be Legit down that thing. Him and Max Sean come down there and we do Any Good. That was on Powder album. So I get back to Milwaukee. I'm pouting a little bit because I love Be Legit. Did. Ain't this a bitch? Yeah, he must be a real important guy. All that work getting phone now, but anyway.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, moving right along, I'm gonna say let me shut my shit off. Don't nobody want to talk to me no more. So anyway, yeah, I had Be Legit on there on the song. Ain't it good?
So you said when you came back to Milwaukee, you was kind of pouting a little bit.
A little bit. And then I wasn't pouting out loud, but it was like, oh girl, she was like, "Baby, what happened? Why you ain't drop it?" I was like, I don't know, fuck that shit. She was like, "You want to get Pimp C on your record? You want to just do a record?" And Buckle 5, I got killed, so I made my own record label called 105 Music.
Okay.
And I was like, Derek, no, you want to go down here? And he was like, no, I'm good. He didn't want to go with me because, like I said, we was doing Out of Our Records and shit too. But me, shit, I'm Drew. I'm Baby Drew. I do what I want.
Yeah.
I said, I ain't worried about what them niggas gonna say to me. To this day, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I want. She said, give me this money, gave me a bag of money, go do my own record. I did 105 Music and did a solo project called The Hand That Rocked the Cradle. And I had, Sam Rock and them, they was the Troubled Souls.
Yeah. Shout out Sam Rock.
Napalm Kaboom, Spoil Rotten. Trouble Son.
Shout out Spoil Rotten.
Gina Lee, you know what I'm saying? My son, mother, Napalm Kaboom, yeah. And my son, mother, Robin, she was on there, Robin Reese. And then I had the Emilda, her name was Verse. She was Puerto Rican off the east side. And then I dropped that shit in a couple of days or whatever. Them niggas, I remember their engine blew up coming down there to do that record with me. But they had that money, they fixed that shit on the highway.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? A Lexus, you know what I'm saying? For real. Come down there. We did that record right quick. Shit, I came back up here. That billboard was up.
Yeah.
And I did this. What I did was I said, you know what? I don't want no smoke, no. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no niggas saying nothing to me. So I said on the billboard, I had a sign that said, "Coming soon, Mr. Goldfingers." I knew that was coming on Out of Our Records. So I'm gonna promote this shit that I got coming on the shit that I did. I'm gonna promote the Country Boy Click album on this billboard. You know what I'm saying? And
Smart as hell.
so, you know what I'm saying, it was a free promotion for that shit. And then my cousin Veronica, Tink, they'd go with me everywhere. They act like they was part of the crowd. Her and about 5, 10, they couldn't. They'd scream like nobody. They scream like I was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It was contagious. I get on stage and they'll go to screaming. Then nobody know that we was together. And then that's when you got everybody start like, shit, what they screaming at him? Shit, they start screaming too. And that's when that's how you got that. You know what I'm saying? I had a nice female following. You know what I'm saying? I had a good ghetto guy following, but I did have, you know what I'm saying, a female following. That's when you get those. That's when I started making shit. I'm like, I'll make some shit I don't want to really make. That's when I make.
Facts, because my mom loves your music, bro. She plays your music, you know what I'm saying?
You probably.
But most definitely shout out to her.
Nah, bro, chill out. Bro.
What's your relationship like now with Eye to Eye Records and all that?
I'm gonna forever be a part of that record. Like that was my family, you know. I'm actually a vice president of the label, so my relationship with them, I don't get to see them. You know what I'm saying? I don't get to see those guys. I mean, J-Ro, he do his own thing. He Groundhog Production Show, Matt. Those guys, they doing pretty good, and we all gonna be family. But as far as on the music side, we don't work. We haven't done any work in a while together. But my relationship is gonna always be like a brotherhood with them guys. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget what they did for me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I always had that respect. Yeah. And that family. You know what I'm saying? That fellowship, that family type of vibe with them. So.
That's love. That's love. But you hear it though in the music though. Like even when you spoke on P Woods, like you said, I know what I do.
Yeah.
I am gangster music.
Yes, indeed.
You want to meet P Woods? I don't take nobody to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, those guys are a very talented group of guys. You know, anything we like, most of the shit that you heard on the Powder album was replayed live music and instruments and stuff like that. Oh. It was real. Yeah, it was real. Like we had Patrick Patterson and, on the bass and stuff like that. Then you had Jay Billa. He did some production.
Shout out Peter. Shout out Jay Billa, dog. Two of the most talented.
And that's why it sounded. That's why it sounded the way it sounded, though. That's what gave it that feeling. So you came back here, right? Hand That Rock the Cradle was out. The billboard up. What was it like at that time? Was it a lot of shows? Was you moving around here a lot? Like. What was it like for you at that time? It
was a lot of shows, but every appearance, anytime I went somewhere, was some kind of show at some point. Because you got to remember, you didn't really have the internet and stuff like that. So to see me in person, I got this great big ass picture up here. Yeah. It was a treat for me to fall in anybody's establishment. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we had the jewelry, the out necklaces and stuff like that. It was the whole rap thing was right there in your face. Like you can see, I'm right there in the flesh. You can hear me, you can see me. You know what I'm saying? I might come in at any time, but I still was, you know what I'm saying? I was a person that you could shake hands with. Also, I was still in the streets, but I was also an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I was an artist that was in the streets, which I had no business. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing that I wish that I would like veer away from a little bit, because that take away from a lot of your focus, especially when you're trying to be something that you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like that was forced. I forced a lot of that. I forced a lot of the street part. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I forgot that I was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I was a rapper that wanted to be a street person. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't no street nigga that was rapping. I was a rapper that wanted to be a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's some kind of, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually, if you know what I'm saying, what you wish for, you'll get it. So my brother ended up getting killed. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. He was not from poverty. We didn't have it hard or nothing like that. Just wanted to do it because it looked like the thing to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I could still go get my mama still buy my tennis shoes at that age, 18, 19. But shit, I wanted to sell dope because we wanted to mess with these girls right here. Yeah. They want to fuck with drug dealers, and they older than us and stuff like that. Like, they boyfriends before us had money. Yeah. So we don't want to, you know what I'm saying? We want to have our own money. We don't want to get our money from y'all. You know what I'm saying? We want to sell drugs ourselves, which was, shit, in hindsight, I should have kept on getting that free money. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck I want to work, what I want to, you know what I'm saying, do crime for, and I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So just to see if you can get away with it. And word to the wise, you will not get away with it. You know what I'm saying? There's only two ways out of that, and everybody know. Yeah. You know,
so how...
Did you grow up in the church for real?
Yes, I did.
I know you said a lot in the music.
Yeah, I grew up in church, private schools and all that. like I said, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas get that shit. They get it twisted. Like, they be like, oh, that shit what he talking about ain't real. Shit, I was an actor. You know what I'm saying? I was an entertainer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way in the world. How I'm gonna do it and be good at it if I'm really doing it? How I'm gonna talk about these? I'm gonna tell these stories and really be good. Like most of the niggas that out here telling them stories, they not that good at it because they can't wait to get outside and do that shit for real. So you know what I'm saying? They can't really play a role of a character and really give you an interesting story because they too busy. You know what I'm saying? They trying to be like, okay, this what I just did yesterday. And yeah, it sound hard and it sound tough, but I ain't getting no social content out of it. All I know is you killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? All I know is you social. I don't know the outcome of that income. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened next. You know what I'm saying? I want to hit the end, but we end up seeing the end now because it's on the internet. Oh, what happened to him? He got killed, and now it ain't a big deal. Oh, for real? And we on to the next one.
Right.
And that's what I was gonna say. Back then, it wasn't the internet, so putting on a persona was like a thing. But having a character, having an act was a thing. Like you would have thought Ice Cube and Dre was gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Eazy-E was the gangster in NWA. Dre was the musician. Ice Cube was the intellectual. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but having that image back then was the thing. Do you think that helped feed into that image for you?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying just because you're not doing actual, like I want to say, like if you're not just because you're not doing like violence and you're not doing nothing illegal that you're not a gangster. You know
No, well, not a gangster.
You know
I'm saying like the street nigga, like portraying. It was like when the gangster rap thing came about, it was about portraying the gangster image,
Right,
whether you were or you weren't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But those guys were authors. They was authors
Yeah.
for the most part, and they was writers, and you know what I'm saying, and they was talented. You know what I'm saying. But in real life, you could just tell in the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you could tell because he guess what? He was the gangster, and also he didn't know how to rap.
There you go. Right.
That's true.
Yep.
A lot of times
That's exactly what you was just saying.
they telling the story of what they seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
You know what I'm saying? How they came about. They telling what they seen though. That's where the gangster part came in.
Yeah, 'cause
Like he said, they was
I
artists.
ain't mean to cut you off. You
No, you
finish?
good.
If you send amongst a group of criminals and gangsters, and they come in there, you going with them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not gangsters because they wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Doing these crimes or they wasn't doing it. But yeah, they were. I'm not gonna say they wasn't gangsters just because they wasn't the ones with doing putting in the actual work. If you brave and tough enough to sit around these guys, you definitely a gangster. Because whatever come their way, it's coming to you too. You're gonna get it. Somebody come in there to shoot at them guys, you're a gangster because you're gonna get it with them. You're gonna go to jail with them too. You know what I'm saying? You are of whatever your surrounding is. Those guys, yeah, they still got to be a Crip or whatever that's around them. You still got to be a Blood. You still got to be a gangster. But you're not the one. You're the one that's going to be like, you wait here. We going to go do this. They still going to come back and you're going to get there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to, you know what I'm saying, still be able to reap some of the benefits or whatever happened because you're definitely going to get the punishment that they receive if they get in any trouble. So I'm not going to say those guys ain't gangsters. They just on the bench.
I heard that. That's a nice way of putting it.
Because people try to save those guys' lives, especially if you know that they got the talent and they don't have no business doing that. So if the gangsters that you're around, if there's real leadership amongst them, they are going to keep the ones that don't belong and don't deserve that. They're going to try to keep them out of harm's way.
Yeah. Right. But I'm saying, like, with you being kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, do you think that help feed into the image that you were portraying at the time?
Yes, I do. I think it does help feed in the end because everybody's around me was you know what I'm saying? I didn't have any choice. At some point, shit, if I went to the battlefield, shit, if I'm out there, if I'm with these soldiers, I have to know how to be a soldier when it come down to it. It ain't no keeping me out the way now. I'm in the car. Shit, if somebody go to and these is real events. Now when somebody go to shoot, shit, I'm in here with them. Shit, here you go. Now you got to have this. Now you got to ride with this. Now you got to know when to use it. Now you got to know how to use it. If this what you want to ride with us, this what come with riding with us. If this what you really want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I was fishing and trying to be that, and then it actually became part of a lifestyle that I would like if I had to do it all over again, I would. Yeah. Not be in the streets, no, I wouldn't.
So I gotta give it to you, man. The style, like the voice, the flows, the cadences, they was very unique. You know what I'm saying? 101. I gotta ask you, like, who inspired you to be that artist?
It was a mixture. Like I said, it was a mixture of Eric B, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, that whole crew, Ice Cube, NWA. It depends on like what year it was. It started out, but I like all kind of music, genres and stuff. So when you come down to actual music, the biggest influence was probably, I'm gonna have to say, Ghetto Boys.
Okay. Anybody in specific out of Ghetto Boys? Just the whole group.
Most definitely, it depends on like I love Willie D. Of course, Scarface had the biggest influence, but them as a group, as a whole, was you know what I'm saying, do it like a Geo. You know what I'm saying? And when they come on, they on the phone, telephone, yo, D, what's up? Just chilling. That's when we was in the hallways at school. I'm talking about JG, what's up? We pretending like we them guys. So that's where you get the country boys from, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So everything, you know what I'm saying, we emulate that and shit. Got them by the time I went to the studio, I wasn't gonna try to rap like none of them guys. I am gonna say some gangster shit.
Facts. Where you get the voice from though? Cause I like when
My
you was rapping before. No. The rap voice, not the regular voice though. Cause when you was talking verse, when you was rapping, it's a whole different like.
You put an extra
on
that
shit.
Like,
where do that come from? What you know what I'm saying?
When I'm rapping?
Yeah. Cause it's so different, and that's the only reason I'm asking. It's not like anybody else.
I don't really know how to answer that because it come from inside. It come from within. My voice, that's just like if I'm upset or if I'm feeling happy, my voice gonna change also. You know what I'm saying? So it all comes with what I'm feeling from the music, what I'm getting from that beat, what I'm getting, what instrument in it. Depends on how I project, how my voice project. It depends on, that's why I like live instruments, because I get an actual feeling or emotion. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be angry, sometimes I'll be smooth, sometimes I'll be regretful. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Every emotion that you can come with, so the voice come with, sometimes I'll be excited, you know what I mean? It all depends on what feeling I get from the music.
What's your favorite song? A Baby Drew song. Your favorite Baby Drew song.
Man, you know what?
I don't want to hear that you can't pick one and all that.
My favorite Baby Drew song would be the one, I mean, it depends on where I'm at and when I'm performing. Like, I don't have no favorite, I can't say my favorite song. I guess it'll be the one that brought me the most, you know what I'm saying, notoriety. It would have to be the favorite songs, not necessarily my favorite songs to me. My favorite songs is whatever songs the crowd like. My favorite songs is whatever my audience like. I really don't have a favorite song. That's like saying who was one of my favorite kids.
No, I'm saying, though, like, if you had to go through your catalog and be like, this is probably the realest song I ever wrote in my life.
Yeah, that's a great question. You know what I'm saying? I would have to call you back and answer.
What's your favorite song, man?
I Walked on Water, Tiptoed on Hot Charcoal.
Yeah. That's my first song I wrote after my brother got killed. That song had a significance as far as it had a meaning as far as the hook goes. I walked on water, tiptoed on hot chocolates. That means I didn't felt the best feeling in my life walking on water. I didn't felt good. I didn't walk on water, and I tiptoed on hot chocolates. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit hurt.
Yeah, the ups and
downs. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was making the comparison and the contrast on it's the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? And I did it all. I did the best shit you could do, and I done stepped on some shit that you wouldn't want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Walking on hot chocolates, you don't even want to do that with shoes on.
Right.
I was doing drugs one time. I was doing drugs. I had fell asleep, and I had drugs on the table and stuff like that on a saucer. You know what I'm saying? And I woke up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me finish this shit. Well, you know what I'm saying? So I won't. This was like a whole bunch of years ago, and I thought it was just a little bit, but I was actually had a lot because I was doing something else, and I forgot. I'm thinking this. It wasn't what I thought it was. I thinking it's a personal, but it wasn't. I was really actually fucking with a nice plate full of shit, and I woke up and I was like, let me finish this shit, and it was like, and I almost blew my, I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? And I took off running down the stairs. Like, I got to get to a phone. I ain't had no cell phone. I'm not like, I get to a phone. I think I'm finna die. You know what I'm saying? So I went back in the house. I prayed. You know what I'm saying? I prayed to God. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, if you let me live, you know what I mean? And that's how the operator came about. And I was praying to God, and like, all right, don't pull this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? I was actually getting some responses. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the whole conversation really happened. The whole conversation I said in that song really happened between me and God. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that came about. I didn't write the song. I just said, I went to the studio and did it.
Okay, speaking of that song.
It feel like that when you listen to that song, too.
That album, that was off the Barbecue and Mildew album, right?
The Operator? Yeah.
Now, was that album actually done before the Ghetto Hero album, or that was done after the Ghetto Hero album?
That's a good question, because a lot of times, you got a catalog and they pick songs from this time and that time. So some songs were done, some of them wasn't. But when you talk about like as far as the Barbecue and Mildew album, if you want to know the realest songs I wrote, you know what I'm saying, and what I was talking about, it was on that album. Like the ones that wasn't for entertainment, those were some songs that I really was like, I was emotionally tied to them. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I didn't really want to keep on Barbecue and Mildew. It was like about me trying to get my name. I was trying to separate myself from the drug culture. You know what I'm saying? I had a younger sister. I had everything, and I had glorified the drug thing so much. I had a big feeling of guilt. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to. That's why I'm like, I'm going to Barbecue and Mildew. And I wasn't proud when people were walking up to me like, man, I got so high listening to you. I got so fucked up, or I started doing drugs listening to you. And then at that point, I was hearing that shit so much, and I had seen so much that I didn't want to see no more. I felt like, you know what I'm saying, like, man, if these niggas telling the truth, that I started this shit, then what else did, you know what I'm saying, did I help? What happened to them after that? Did I help, you know what I'm saying, was I contributing to what happened to them, even though people make their own choices and things like that. But music actually is, you know what I'm saying, it calms the savage beast, and it actually will make somebody do something and think they somebody, even though, you know, you listen to a certain song, you start driving different, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. So it is an influence. Even though you say, well, they shouldn't be listening, they can do what they want to do. But shit, you listen to a certain song, think they go to playing something, it'll make you want to kill a nigga if they talking about killing somebody and you like that record. And you mad at somebody, you gonna play that shit. You go probably. I know a nigga that named they group after a song I did called Rude Boys. These guys are real gang though.
Yeah.
And they said, man, when this nigga used to go get down on the motherfucker, he'll put you in the tape deck. So I'm like, how many niggas got killed while this nigga listening to me?
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, so at some point, you know what I'm saying, like how much harm did I help, you know what I'm saying, bring to niggas, you know what I'm saying? I love talking that shit. But when you hear somebody saying, you know what I'm saying, man, I got fucked up because I started doing drugs. I used to wonder what you was doing when you went in. That's why I had to get it. That's why I really wanted to get away from that stuff, because it was starting to put an effect on me. Like once my kids started getting older, stuff like that. Like, man, we want you to bring back that drugs. Yeah, my next album, I'm gonna talk so much drug shit on there. I don't mind no more because my kids grown. You know what I'm saying? But it was a time where I was like, I can't keep on talking this shit because I make it sound good, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? And it's not good for you. But I had my crowd that was following me. So you got the disco ladies, and then you got the powder shit, and you got like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? How much drugs can a nigga do? You know what I'm saying? How many people gonna tell me that that's what they? And then I got tired of that being the connection to me. I didn't want that. Every time somebody see me, it's something about powder, or it's something about cocaine and stuff like that. And now it ain't fun no more to me. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm everywhere I go, even if somebody ordering some. If somebody want to buy some drugs, they'll be like, "You got some Baby Drew?" Like my name turned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't proud of that no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was using me to refer to actual drug.
Damn.
And I didn't think that was. You know what I'm saying? Like what my kids think of that. What my mama gonna think of that? I wasn't raised that way.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? But that's what I wanted. I went for that Superfly soundtrack. That's when I wrote the Powder album. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to it, it's parallel to the Superfly soundtrack as far as what it's talking about and where it's going to and what it's leading up to. It was all about the drug culture, and it was all about making it sound fun, and it was a good idea, you know. And I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That's about.
What inspired the title Barbecue and Mildew?
Shit, I got a lot of uncles and relatives in my family. They talk a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do? You gonna barbecue or mildew and shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just that simple. Barbecue or mildew, it's either bad or good. That's what that means. It's either ain't no almost or close. When you talking about is you gonna barbecue or mildew, either you gonna get it done right or either you gonna spoil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, but we have to do something. You can't say I don't know. You gotta be like, you gotta be sure about it, or either you gonna do it or you're not. It's either it is or it ain't. It's a yes, no. A cat or it's a dog. A nickel or a dime. Things like that.
Now, why did you name the album Free when you did the album?
I didn't name that album. I was down in I was in Miami,
Okay.
and the dude Big L, I was in Miami, and he named that whole record, and his whole thing was putting out an album or getting me on the. So I made a big deal. I wanted to go down to Miami, and he had Phantom Rolls Royce, load a lot of trucks and shit. He was this millionaire dude, nigga from here, and he in Miami, and he living his good old life. But anyway, it wound up. He wanted to name it Free. That was his message to somebody up here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen or heard from the record no more. Damn it, I'm looking for it myself. He got it on sale for about $100 or something. You know what I'm saying? Every CD, that's for one CD. And it was like he put a cease and desist on the Cocaine Cowboy album because I'm just being, I want to get rich. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going out, I'm signing, I'm putting my name on shit. He gave me a cigar and shit and all this other shit. I'm like, where the money at? Got me living down here in a hotel for about 6 months. I asked for my money. He showed me an invoice.
Wow.
Yep. So when you know what I'm saying, I'll talk to him later about it. I ain't seen them since.
Hey, to piggyback on that question though, Drew, when that Country Boy album dropped, I feel that separated you from that though. You know what I'm saying? From that Powder shit though. You see what I'm saying?
What Country Boy album?
We there.
Oh yeah, okay.
What you mean?
Yeah, you're right. Okay,
no,
yeah,
for real. No,
Powder was a Country Boy album also, but you saying when We There came
We
out.
There though, fool.
We There.
I'm telling you, fam. Hits after hits though. You know what I'm talking about? President. You know what I'm talking about? Say what? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? In Milwaukee, we got gangsters and all that, this and that. Hey, that's the best album to me, though.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? No, I'm keeping it real, fam. Because you went in, Rude Boys came off of that.
I ain't gonna argue with you on that.
No, you hear me, fam? I'm talking about to this day. Was that 2002?
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere around. No, because that's after I lost my brother, though. I remember that.
Oh, yeah,
though,
well, you
hear me, though?
I'm going to go off you then.
No, you hear me, fool?
Yeah.
So I'm talking about all that shit, though,
I know you know the date then.
In Milwaukee, we got gangsters and all that, this or that, though, fam. That was like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all brought Playboy D in, and it was like, you couldn't beat that, though, fool. You hear me? I'm talking about for real, though. That We There, though. That's why I used to ask you, like, why you don't perform We There? But you said it was a freestyle, and it was the name of the album. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, We There was a freestyle. Where y'all from? No, where y'all from?
No, where y'all from? I used to tell you that, though. What? I'm from where it stank up in the slums, dog, where the roaches and the bugs crawl. I used to be like, damn, Drew, why you don't do that? You said, shit, it's a freestyle.
Right. And then on top of that, though, if I do, like, but I perform, like, and that's a good thing you brought that to my attention, and I'll try to, we'll try to keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a good, you know what I'm saying? That's some good advice, too, because I forget about the other records that other people enjoy from me. But like a lot of times when I go perform, like a lot of people, they just want to hear the classics and this, that, and that. Like the promoters, the people that promote me, they have a playlist that they really want to stick to, you know what I'm saying? In a certain amount of time, So, but yeah, that is, like you bring up a great point, you know what I'm saying? And thank you for bringing that to my attention. And I never thought about it that way, so thank you.
Okay, and then look, that presidency. Talk about that though, like that was my thing.
Yeah, that was there. That was there.
Go to jail.
Yeah, that was there.
That all my life.
No, for real.
I dream of painting the White House black.
Yeah, before it even came to life, right? Before it even came to reality, we was talking about that. You know what I'm saying? And that was Derek Note's idea. You know what I'm saying? He like, Drew, I don't know what you get on this song. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying on there. I don't know.
Guess what though? You had 2 verses. He only had 1.
He had 2 verses.
I mean, he had 2 verses. You came on the end. You right. My fault. I bring that back though, fool. But guess what? You went so hard after that.
Yeah, I make it probably every day if you go to jail.
So how many albums was it? Because y'all just spoke on like 97, 98 to like 02. And I heard about 8 albums.
He's gonna come up with my favorite album.
It's about all with the 2 mix CDs that I had called the mixtape called Getting It Done, and there was another one called Uncut No Mix. So with that being said, some of them, the Disco Lady was a single and an EP. So trying to count them immediately off my head, I know I'm gonna forget a couple of them, but I'm looking at easy maybe 11 projects and all. You know what I'm saying? They all wasn't albums. It was just projects that I produced. So you talk about albums, I'm gonna say probably 8 or 9. You was probably somewhere right around there. But I would have had to bring my notes with me, and you know what I'm saying. It's probably something that I should know though, but I don't know. I don't have an exact number.
Yeah, but you know all the titles.
If I could start from the beginning, I had you had The Hand About the Cradle, you had Goldfinger's single, then we had we had Powder, We There, and then we had Ghetto Hero. We had the album Street Music, which was like a compilation. It was a double disc. My man Chaos was on there with me, and then that was a compilation of like all Milwaukee artists, or all the ones that was doing projects at the time. So that was a way that that album did. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed doing that one because it was something that I did for the other artists that wasn't pressing their stuff up. They wasn't able to. Like they didn't have those. They didn't, cause it cost a lot of money to do that then. At that time, you could just, you know what I'm saying? It cost a lot of money. So all the artists that wasn't able to drop their shit, I made a whole CD full of those guys that, you know what I'm saying, at least had a decent sound. You know what I'm saying? And You know what I'm saying? If it was decent, and I made it was a double disc. So if you was doing any good music around here, I put you on the street music album.
The street music, yeah, that was the shit.
And then after street music, you got it was street music. Then you got On Hero. Then Barbecue and Mildew. Then you got Free Somewhere that fell up in there. Then you got the 2 mixed CDs, which was Uncut No Mix, Barbecue and Mildew. And then I got Substance Abuse that I did with Big Hank. I don't know. It was some in between there, some that didn't really get released all the way, some that just got, that's when you go to talk about uploading them and downloading like that. Yeah. Those records like that, like they never seen. Some of those records never actually seen a hard copy. Okay. A lot of them was like then when you get up into the teens, teen years like 2000 teen years or stuff like that. Some of them was just like pressed up, you know what I'm saying, like burnt CDs. But people say you pressing up, but at that point you just take them and take them up the street to where they was making T-shirts and burn a bunch of CDs and put them in sleeves. Right. But they didn't actually have the what I want to say, the engineering and the mixing and the mastering and the packaging and they didn't have jewel cases. You know what I mean? So I'm like some of those records. I know one of them was called. And it's slipping my mind right now, but I had it was a couple of them. It was a couple of them that I just done they was mixed CDs and singles and stuff like that. So
okay.
I do want you to confirm something from me, but I can't remember if it's street music or Barbecue and Mildew. I remember one day on BET they was running the commercial for that. Do you remember which album it was?
You said it was street music or Barbecue and Mildew?
I believe it was Barbecue and Mildew, but it was one of them. On BET, they was running the commercial for that.
I can't say because I never saw it. I never saw that promotion, so okay. I don't remember what album that they did.
I believe it was Barbecue and Mildew.
It probably was Barbecue and Mildew.
So it kind of led me into my next question, right? Because you got you spoke on other artists, what is there any other artists that you can mention from that time who was doing something?
From what time?
When you was out here doing your thing, moving around, was there any other artists out here too that you was fucking with or doing their thing outside of y'all?
Okay, well, you talking about it was really, really, really piping hot on fire?
Yeah.
I had a couple different runs where things went. When I was out here, what you call out here, you know what I'm saying, getting it in, and. To pinpoint who's see, I'm gonna say I know Risco. My guy Risco, he was making records.
Shout out Reese.
I want to say, and then if y'all can help me out because I can't. I can't.
7-4 niggas.
Yeah. They was before me. Yeah, 7-4 niggas. Yeah, and of course Infinite had Osnola, but them even little niggas. Like Infinite had a big camp. Yeah, Infinite had a big camp that came with them when they was doing the Coo Coo thing.
G2 Key.
Yeah, G2 Key, all them, yeah. And G2
They signed to rap a lot?
Yeah, they did. And G2 Key is G2 Key is the most unsung group from here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They went really, really, really the distance, you know what I mean, after getting signed with, and they Keith Kendall and all them guys. You know what I'm saying? They was first Stone Cold.
Shout out 88 and G Money, man.
Yeah, shout out, yeah. They was a very talented group of guys, you know what I'm saying? To this day. And Chaos, of course.
Well, remember, G2 Key, remember they was all in the circle with 7 and all them.
Yeah.
Stone Cold.
Yeah, Stone Cold, yeah. They were Stone Cold, yeah.
So you said you had a couple waves. What was the cause of the on and off?
Production. You know what I'm saying? Actually getting the projects out there. Every time you got a gap in there, it was, you know what I'm saying, that stuff was the finances had to be to have it to be up to a certain standard, you're talking about $50,000-$60,000. You know what I'm saying? To do a project for real.
Yeah.
Mixing, mastering, packaging, promotion. You're talking a lot of money back then. So anytime it was any kind of gap, it wasn't no dropping no CD every month. You know what I'm saying? You'll be good if you get one out every other year or so.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, getting the money back that you put into the first one. So the guys, shout out to any of those guys that was dropping records back then. They was really, really making sacrifices. They was in the street getting down. You know what I'm saying? Putting their life on the line and then turning around and investing. Turning around and investing their money, you know what I'm saying, into these guys that they believed in. That's when you got that's when you had people, you know what I'm saying? Then that's when you had to, you got to got the authorities coming to take that away. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to see nothing like that. That's like Lil Jan rapped a lot of them. They was you don't want to see no guys taking no other guys off the street. You know what I'm saying? To do right. You know what I'm saying? To do good. So the whole thing to the game was, first of all, what they do. They seen those guys getting that money. You know what I'm saying? They produced CD burners. That was the first way they started trying to slow a nigga money up. They produced a CD burner. They took the CD burner away. Here come the internet. You know what I'm saying? Here come all that. So everything, as technology graduated and it moved up, every notch it moved up, that's just like legalizing weed. So every time technology moved up a notch, it took another dollar out of the artist's pocket because now you can't go to, you know what I'm saying? For one, it's taking the social content out of it. You can't really look at it and see what's going on with your hands. You know what I'm saying? And then you got, you know what I'm saying, now they want to give everything away, the stuff that we making, they forcing us to give it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even have an option if you want to give it away to somebody. They going to make it available to everybody. So then you got people in the gas stations and the liquor stores selling your music. So a couple of times I walked up and I just wanted to see if they had my shit. And I'd be like, thank you, you know this me, don't you? You know what I'm saying? and they're going to this big thing, like, you know what I'm saying? But no, you know what? If you can eat that way, I had to look at it like it was half full instead of half empty. If I can help you make $1, then cool. You know what I'm saying? But keep in mind that I'm right here in your face, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you know what I'm saying? Don't just, you know what I'm saying? Don't just be out here like, shit, if you see me or you know I'm around, you know I'm close, ask somebody how to get in touch with me if you're out here selling my music. You know what I'm saying? I can see if you live somewhere else. But I'm walking past you and you sitting up here, but which is not their fault. They just found out a hustle, just like they did with the movies. You know what I'm saying? But now, like my daughter, she loved to go to the record store and buy actual albums, records. You know what I'm saying? She got a record collection. Everybody coming back out with wax. You know what I'm saying now? And I think that's just while they waiting on to bring another way, because kids actually like to read books for real now. Because they don't know nothing about holding that in their hand. Everything they did was on the screen, so now it's a big deal for them to be able to go grab something and be like, look, I got this in my hand. They don't know nothing about going to get no actual album or no CD or real book. But now you the shit if you can do that. Look what I got from the record store. The motherfucker's albums cost $50. You know what I'm saying? So you a big deal if you got an album. Record players, USBs, record players is Bluetooth now. Yeah. It's real needles and shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's the, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving that a big shout out. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like a robbery. They gonna make it, y'all just gonna make it so everybody got to go through y'all to get our shit, and it skip right over the artists. You know what I'm saying? If they put that shit on here, y'all can get it off of here, and we, you know what I'm saying? That's us. This ours. Nigga, you want to make some money, you want to put it on here, song is ours now. So, you know what I'm saying? That's where you get that from. You know what I'm saying? That's how that happened.
So, Drew, tell me, what was the atmosphere like when y'all did Cocaine Cowboys?
The atmosphere with me and Coo Coo Cal, but mostly he had a lot of stuff done before I came to the studio. So it was a good atmosphere. It was a good work ethic, and I'm gonna say that it wasn't complicated or hard at all. Coo Coo Cal, a real talented guy, and shout out to Coo Coo Cal. He had, you know, I got to give it up to him. He had most of the work done. Back before I got there, all I basically had to do was my verses. You know what I'm saying? He had most of the hooks. He had most of his shit done. Like he a workaholic. He a workaholic. So I'm gonna say the atmosphere was shit. I was good with it. So I ain't had to do as much as I, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had to do as much as I thought I was gonna have to do. You know what I mean? Like, as far as that go, he took a lot of that weight. You know what I'm saying, on that record. So I didn't mind doing it, and I was comfortable.
Okay, because I know y'all ended up doing a second project together. Is that right?
Yeah, but it was. Yep, we did Cocaine Cowboys too. But actually, it was I wasn't doing too well. Like most of the time that I went and recorded working on that second one, like that's one of them that I didn't even mention. But most of the time I was working on that one, I wasn't feeling too well. I wasn't doing too good financially. Like I said, I was dealing with a lot of different things. I was dealing with a lot of different things socially. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't like, if I had to do the record again, I'd have did a better job. I don't think I put the effort into it that I would like to have put into it. I just think, you know what I'm saying, I think it was something that, I think it was a project that we just wanted to do so I could stay relevant and put a project out just to say we were still, just to say we were still doing busting moves or whatever.
How's your relationship with Coo Coo Cal now?
I love Coo Coo Cal. That's my man. That's my colleague. That's my friend. That's my brother. You know what I mean? Coo Coo Cal, like, that's my partner. My relationship with him is good. I get along with him just fine.
Do you think as far as like mainstream media, like do you think it was something that could have been done differently that would have like gave you that punch?
And that's what I was gonna ask. Like, do you think you got to where you wanted to go, or do you like?
That's what surprised me. Yes, and I'm gonna tell you the reason behind that. If I'd have got that punch with the habits and the things that I was doing and the things that was important to me, I don't think I would have survived being a millionaire with the habits that I had. You know what I'm saying? I think I would have self-destructed. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a blessing that I didn't get that punch. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'd be here today. And then to look at it and look at all the heroes and the biggest people in the business, you got the most major people. Either they under some kind of scrutiny, either they on their way to jail. They got killed. Like, how do you kill one of the Migos? How do he get in a situation where he gets shot? One of the biggest names. How do Sean Puffy go to jail? How is everybody looking at everybody that's a major figure in the music game? I can't name not one of them that's not under some kind of scrutiny for some reason or the other. Either they on their way to jail, or they just getting out of jail, or they somebody looking for them to get killed, or it's something or the other.
Or they
where
finding some way to
I don't regret at all not being a maker star.
Hey, talk about Pimp right now, man. He died in the midst of that bullshit too.
Yeah, Pimp C.
What was it like working with Pimp C?
Pimp C was my friend. Pimp C, Pimp C, man. I love Pimp C. Pimp C, my guy. He was a great dude. He real down to earth, real humble.
Shout out
like
to
if you
Pimp,
with him, if you somewhere with him, he let everybody go in. He be the last one to get in. He gonna make sure everybody in and out. Like he got you. Like if you with him, you too. You gonna know. You gonna feel that he know that you out of town. You with him, he gonna make sure he got you covered because he know y'all gonna be in some rough. You know, might be in a rough situation or a rough neighborhood or something like that.
Hey, but no bullshit though. You the same way, bro.
Oh, yeah,
I done been to some of your shows and you walk around outside and got everybody in.
Yeah.
I was talking about Drew came outside one day. We was at where we was at over there on Villard.
Mm-hmm.
What was that club on Villard used to be, dog, back in the day? On 30th, right there.
Onyx, right?
The Onyx.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Remember, I think you and Pimp C was finna do Hogs in the House or something that day.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, that was some release party.
Yeah, we all outside.
And I'm gonna tell you.
Just like, come on, man. Y'all come on.
And I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you the reason behind that because they know that I need to be in there, but everybody that's with me, I gotta make sure that everybody that's with me, that I know where they at. That's why now when you see me, I'm not with nobody because it throw off my concentration because I gotta make sure everybody with me is safe. Ain't nobody when I'm ready to go. It's time to go. When we gotta go in here, we gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta move as a unit. So I gotta make sure my whole unit get in there, and I'm. You know what I'm saying? So you're right about that.
That's why I love you, dog. Since that day, I swear to God, dog, the nigga came from out of the club. Came across the street, got the whole crew, walked everybody in the building. Everybody with me. Bro, it had to be like 50 of us.
Yeah.
Everybody, they all with me.
Yeah, because if I go in first, shit, they gonna pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? Where they gonna cut it off at? But if I send everybody in, you know what I'm saying? If I'm last, they know they got to let me in.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming there to go to work, so all these people got to get in. I'm the last one. I'm the last one in this line. So it stop at me.
Speaking of Pimp C, tell us a funny Pimp C story.
Funny Pimp C story. When we was in Texas doing that Hog in the House shit, and you know me, I'm down there back then. I was still messing around. I was still, you know what I'm saying, living in the party life. So I'm telling him to bust a move, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give me my money. He said, you don't gotta give no money, nigga. I'll be woofing that shit too, nigga. I said, man, guess what? Let me get a woo-woo. He was like, what you gonna do with that? Nigga, you need weight, boom. You know what I'm saying? So the old boy who I was down there with, you know, the dude we did the free album with, he come over there trying to see what we talking about. She was like, ain't nobody talking to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's like, man, what you all up in the eyes for? You know what I'm saying? That was kind of funny. Then when he did the song, The Hand Around the Cradle, I went in there, you could tell that, you know what I'm saying, the first time we did the first record, he come in there, he put a towel down and all this old shit. He put a notebook down, he had a bad bra with him. Her name was Sanji. She was the one who sung the song, The Piece, The Chain, The Gangsta Hat. Yeah. So she was with him, and she was like, ooh, I like them catfish. I'll go in there and eat one of them motherfuckers right now. She was bad in the motherfucker. So anyway, we dropped that record. You know what I'm saying? We give him the money. She opened her legs wide open like this and counted it on the floor like that. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot she counts some money. I'm looking at it like, damn. Yeah. So we dropped that record. You could tell, boy. You could tell he had, you know what I'm saying? You could tell we had dropped that because he come back the next day. He wasn't no more good. He had house shoes on. Y'all
recorded that here in Texas, Drew.
Yeah.
Y'all recorded that in the Rocky Cradle.
In Atlanta. He came back. You could tell he had a nice time. You could tell he had a nice time after we got done doing that first part. But the next day he didn't know we had to do the radio version. So you could tell he was like, "Fuck." He came back with the towel. He was like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing too good when he got back there. I mean, he did his thing, but you could tell I've been there like, God damn, what these niggas don't think, what they want now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you got to do the other half. You got to do the radio version now. You know what I mean? You got all the paper, but shit, I could just tell he had a nice time that night. You know what I mean? And he came back. So that was funny to see a motherfucker straight hung over. You know what I'm saying? Coming back in and had to go to work. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was human at that point because he's one of my heroes.
I got another question about that hand to rock the cradle. Right? I was a young nigga. And we met you by the billboard you had on 3rd right there.
Yeah.
You know, the hand to rock the cradle. I was with Chaos and my brother and this and that. You know, we seen you. We pulled up. You hopped out. You hollered at us right there. I'm like, damn, that's Drew. That was my first time really seeing you. You know what I'm talking about? We chopped it up right there, though.
Right.
Like some real gangster shit, though. From the back seat. Look, you know what I'm saying? From my eyes looking up like, damn, that's Drew right there.
Yeah.
And guess what? He from the East too. He representing where we come from and this and that though. Like, that shit was gangster though.
Yeah,
you know
it's that big ass thing.
What you mean? You know what I'm talking on 3rd? That motherfucker was it.
Right there.
We was talking right there. We stopped right there.
Can I tell you,
and all that cross there.
I
remember that billboard.
Yeah, it's the only other intersection big like the one up there on Capitol and Fun. But you got Martin Luther King Drive right there. You got Port Washington. You got like 3 or 4 street Capitol. You got you can see it from the freeway.
See, but keeping it real, right there where they put it. That's where everybody that was like doing the gangster music putting on for Milwaukee. That's where all they intersections cross at because Shamrock Man was right there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, you gotta come through. You gotta come through there to get from one side of town to the next.
Was that you or y'all put that together?
No, Prasan, Satin put that together. Old boy Ruben had it done.
That was good though.
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you, the first time I synced that billboard, my son was born on October 30th. So a week later, I'm taking him. We going to give him a 1-week checkup. He was born at St. Mary's. I'm riding down. I look up, scared me to death. You know what I'm saying? I look up, I'm like, that's me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like they was like drew the billboard up. I'm riding, taking my son. He newborn. He just born. He a week old. And I see it, so I'm gonna say I know the exact date that motherfucker came. It was like 1st of November on a Friday. I look up, I see that motherfucker. I done there. You know what I'm saying? I done there crashed.
I damn near crashed when I seen that
motherfucker. Picture of him looking down on
right there at the billboard.
Yeah, how they took the picture, my eyes looking down on the street. It looked like I'm looking down.
Bro, that was the dopest shit. I ain't nobody never seen no shit like that. I think you was the first motherfucker to rock a billboard like that, dog.
Infinite and them had one up on, like Young Twan had one, but I don't know if I had the first one, but I know it was pretty crispy clear.
My shit wasn't that big, though.
I had one. I was the first one to have one by myself. I think they had here. A lot of people had one, but yeah. I think I'm the first one that did.
Shout out to Young Twine.
Oh yeah. I forgot to say Tweezy. You know, Tweezy. He been humping music out this motherfucker forever.
What I did was y'all wear matching red jumpsuits in your video.
When I did that, Tweezy brought that. Tweezy brought that down. Tweezy brought that.
I cried. I said, man, they got on matching red jumpsuits.
Yeah, Tweezy.
You ain't never supposed to have on the jumpsuit you had.
Yeah. Hey, guess what?
You ain't supposed to have on.
Hey, that was my fault. Hey, no. Hey, that was my fault. He had it on already, and he gave it to me to put on. I seen him with it on. I didn't know he was gonna be in the video.
And then that video, that's just for me though.
Right.
About my money, you supposed to talk to your money. How this nigga pop up like here you go.
Man.
And we put on red jumpsuits, man.
He said sucking his job.
Hey,
man, listen to me, man.
Hey, guess what?
That's just me.
I bet that ain't the first time you gonna see 2 niggas dressed like in the video.
No, this ain't the polka dot here.
Right. You're right.
What's your relationship with Pimp Ken?
Right. I mean that's good. That's valid. That's valid. You said that.
What's your relationship with Pimp Ken?
I love Pimp Ken. That's my man. Pimp Ken is a good guy. Pimp Ken, he contributed a lot to the city. He contributed a lot to the culture. You know what I'm saying? And he opened a lot of eyes up to the city of Milwaukee.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? He brought a lot. He brought a lot to the. He brought a lot. He from the east side. He brought a lot of game. I seen him. He started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? He started from the bottom and then he went all the way to. He took it all the way to the limit. He took it all the way to the very, very tip top.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took the pimps up, hoes down. Audio, HBO.
Around when did you meet him?
Shit, I was in high school. I was a kid. I wasn't no adult. I was about 17, 18, about 18, 17, 18. But I'm gonna say the 90s, 93, 94. I I'm not very sure. I'm not absolutely sure, but I met him when I was young. Him, John Devine, all them guys was big old pimps for real.
That nigga funny too, dog. When he say, I knocked my first bitch on North Avenue.
Yeah. He another dude that used to use that. He another dude that used to use that phrase, barbecue and mildew and all that stuff. Yeah. Like, he talked that smack.
Now, bro told his baby Drew story. Oh, shit. My baby Drew story is my guy Pat, rest in peace. He came and I was 18, bro. I was rapping. I was doing music, right? My guy Pat, rest in peace. He paid you for a feature. He came and picked you up. We went to Eye to Eye right there on Sherman.
Yeah.
When the studio was on Sherman.
On that right there?
Yeah, you knocked out a verse for me. Fire. And I felt like it was legendary because I grew up on your music. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm doing music and I got a baby Drew feature. It was some unforgettable shit.
Yeah, I just got chill bumps on my arm for you saying that.
Yeah, the shit was amazing, bro. I had chills sitting outside the booth watching you do your verse. You know what I'm saying? But then the shit going on the song with me. So I was in the shit was amazing. Do you got a crazy baby Drew story? Any stories on the road? Any stories, just some shit that stuck with you throughout this journey?
Not that I want to share. It's always
the road story.
No, it's always a crazy baby Drew moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like got dope boy sitting right here next to me. We always had them jumping sets. We always talk smack. No matter where we were, no matter where, there's some funny baby Drew. No matter where I'll bump into him, man, he don't care who around. He gonna throw it. Man, I can see him on the elevator. He don't care who on there. He gonna say a joke. He gonna get at me. He gonna come for me. You know what I'm saying? So you just laid eyes on some of the funny baby Drew stories since I've been here, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be able to tell it.
Okay.
You'll be able to tell You'll be able to tell my story of what happened here tonight. You know what I mean? Because I had to select the right one because you got a whole bunch of them and all of them not appropriate.
Come on, give us one good one.
One good story.
Yeah.
A good baby Drew story, like I said, off the top, we'll be sitting up here waiting.
There you go. You about to give us one now.
My nigga, man. My nigga.
Hey. Doe, you tell us your funniest baby Drew moment or a moment with Drew you'll never forget.
Man. Damn, y'all gonna put me on the spot, man.
You're fucking right.
All right. So.
Wait a minute. Hey, remember we was at your joint though? And Gotti was like, I was like, man, what the fuck going on with this nigga? He was like, man, hey, you better sit up there and I'll knock your ass out. He was trying to record the fight. He was like, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. I was like, man, OG Gotti was a fool. That's when he first got the DJing and shit like that. But he wanted to get some footage. He wanted to get some footage of me and him fight like a motherfucker. I'm like, man, that ain't gonna be no thing.
OG Sean got it.
Yeah, OG Sean got it.
OG Sean got it. Shout out to Sean got it.
Yeah, Sean got it.
That's my dude,
man. Hey, that shit was funny. He was mad. He was for real, but at the same time, I knew he was serious. He ain't no punk ass nigga. He ain't no soft ass nigga. But he gonna record the fight. He like, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, motherfucker. He into it like motherfucker. And he recording. You know what I'm saying? He don't got no sticker. I said, man, this nigga, yeah. I said, he'll turn this like a motherfucker. He finna film me and him fighting. He holding the camera, so you know I can't fight a lick if I let him record it and beat me up at the same time. I said, man, look here, man, go put the camera up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was just looking for a reason, but that was the one time we was at his joint.
Oh yeah, that's the studio on Sherman that we had on camera.
Yeah, nigga had bad down in the studio, but that shit was fun. Real.
Oh, okay.
I remember one day we was in the studio, and
dope story.
Drew carried all that motherfucker, right? And he was, matter of fact, this was at my house when I had the studio at my house on 77th Street. So Drew come over one day. This when you brought your cousins over, your nephew or whatever, that came up from college.
Yeah.
And, so they recorded doing their thing. They wanted Drew to get on the song with them. So Drew getting on the song, he writing his verse, and this how you know if baby Drew been to your house. He'd come in, this motherfucker eat sunflower seeds. Put them out all over the floor. So he recorded the song, cuz now, right? He writing his part. I'm looking at his paper. His paper just look like chicken scratch. Can't nobody read this shit but him. So he writing this shit, woo. He they dropped the song. They leave. Drew go upstairs in my refrigerator. He like, man, you got some chips or something, right? He like, I need something salty. Right? he get to eat the shit. Drew leave. The next day, who came over to my house? I think it was Napalm came over. Napalm came over. Soon as he go down the stairs, I ain't even cleaned up the basement yet. Soon as he see the sunflower seeds on the floor, the first thing came out of his mouth was, that nigga Drew been over there.
Yeah. I ain't the neatest motherfucker too. And guess what? It don't even be intentionally. Because you got to be, you talk about, I might be fired up at the time, so I'm everywhere, you know what I'm saying, trying to come up with my rap. I'm acting it out. At this point, I forgot I'm at somebody else's house. I'm probably spitting my shit all out. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to go in this nigga refrigerator, you know what I mean? But his house was nice. It was a nice, welcoming place. You forgot that you wasn't. You didn't feel like you was in no studio. You just felt like you had your guy crib recording.
Yeah, you at home.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I ain't that. Yeah, but I'm sorry about that.
Nah, you good, bro. You good, man.
I ain't really sorry, motherfucker.
I know you ain't sorry, motherfucker.
Give us
sorry,
a funny.
motherfucker.
I was so mad that I ain't know the story. I wouldn't let you tell that. Cause I was like. Yeah, no, I know people got more. You'll be better. You'll be better asking somebody else about a funny Baby Drew moment because, shit, I don't know.
What's a good Playboy D story?
What's a good Playboy D story? Hey, guess what? Playboy gonna be down here. He gonna be down here. We gonna come down here together.
That's why we want a story now.
He gotta be. He gotta be here. You know what I'm saying? He gotta put a step on that. You know, because once you say something on these, camera, you can't take him back. You know what I'm saying? I'll just hit that weed. I might say something. I might say anything.
Check this out, Drew.
I'll just bullshit.
What about when you went down there to go do the album and stuff with Lonnie? How did you even end up going down there with Lonnie? Like, cause
okay, there goes funny Playboy D and Baby Drew story. Okay. We in Miami.
Explain what Lonnie is though.
Huh?
Lonnie from here. He from
Milwaukee. He a pimp from here. You know what I'm saying? Big old. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about a pimp or sticker. He'll pimp anything. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a fuck. He'll pimp a thing. I'm a witness. I'm a victim, I should say. You know what I'm saying? He pimp like a motherfucker. So anyway, we down there. You know what I'm saying? We standing this. We on Biscayne Drive in Miami. You know what I'm saying? You know we some tough motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We don't play that shit. You know what I mean? So we walking over there to the bar across the street. It's called The Point. You know, we walking over there. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what this motherfucker is, but I know it's going down. We have been over here already before, so we think we regular shit. It's our joint. We over there. We got flip-flops and shit on. Across the street. So we over there. I don't know if this motherfucker was, it was bitches we was over there. You know what I'm saying? It's you can tell it's a neighborhood bar, but not to us, it's in Miami. So anyway, me and him, we walk, let's go to the bar. It's some motherfucker over there. We going over there like, man, it's probably too packed over there. We don't feel like this motherfucker, he Cuban or something. He like, what's up? We like, what's up? He like, y'all want some of this? We like, no, we good. He like, come on over here. We like, well, we good. He was like, come here. We like, damn, dog. We looking at each other like, we good. We like, we okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling the manager, like, we some tough motherfucker now, but this motherfucker, he got the trunk open for one. We in Miami, this motherfucker crazy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never seen us in his life. Right. We steady saying we don't want to come over there. He like, motherfucker, I know y'all already been coming over here. I think he's finna let us know this my shit over here. You know what I'm saying? Cause we over there, shit. These bitches in there, we act like we on Scarface and shit. We finna go back over there. He like, yeah, what's up, y'all? We like, what's up, motherfucker? He said, when he said to y'all, I don't know what he talking about. He told me we want some of this. He don't got nothing in his hand. He like, y'all want some of this? He like, no, we good. He like, come on. We like, we straight. He said, come on. He really was like, you know what, man? What should we do? So eventually, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, I don't know how we get made some kind of interference, but whatever we did, I don't know what we did. But we was very, very careful because we right there across the street, but we didn't go. We didn't go see what he wanted or nothing. We didn't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was asking us, but whoever he wasn't afraid of us, period. And we was new. He ain't never seen us before in our life, but we two niggas, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what the fuck you know what I'm saying? We don't know what the fuck we is. We could be some stone cold killers. But I guess he figured it out. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Just say no, I see the
right. We know what we at too. You know what I'm saying? We in Miami on Bill Gaines. He like, come here. We like, damn, fam, what this nigga want? We ain't got, like, we don't want, if we go all the way over there, we don't end up in that motherfucker. He knows the motherfuckers over there in that motherfucker hotel. He knows the motherfuckers over there in that hotel. You You know what I'm saying? We come to find out, like, oh, we at the hotel with a motherfucking refugees and shit be at. So we in the hotel, we start getting paranoid, the motherfuckers knocking on our door and shit. We like, who is it? It's some bitches, you know what I'm saying? They right next door to us and shit. We like, fam, we open the door up and shit, they right next door. They keep coming over to our room and shit, though. So we like, dog. These bitches on something. Guess what? Dog, they knocked on the door one more time. I called front desk. I said, hey, somebody keep knocking on my door, man. Like, this is the first time I don't want to let no bitches in my room, because, you know what I'm saying, we down there with them, everybody talk a different accent, everybody sound different. You got, this motherfucker might be Haitian, this motherfucker Cuban. So you got a gumbo, but they ain't no nice, like Southern hospitality, they not no nice guys down there, you know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck. I went to the bar.
Okay, originated that.
Man, now I go over there and buy some. Man, I went over there like, let me get a soda, because I ain't have no whole bunch of money. I ain't feel like getting no drink, and I think I had some drink in my room. That bitch told me, you can't just get no motherfucking soda in here. Then they played that song, if you don't got no money, take your broke ass home. So I'm knowing all these motherfuckers on bullshit, because I think I won some money down into something. I'm like, shit, I ain't finna buy none of them high drinks. We got a bottle across the street. I let him get a Pepsi. Bitch like, you can't buy no, just come here and get no soda. Fuck you think you at? I'm like, damn. But shit, let me get a beer then. Let me get a can of beer then. Let me get one of the beer then. Shit, put about a motherfucking 12 out something, you bitch, you crazy. Because it's in the cook, you know what I'm saying? It's right there. Bitch can't drive, bitch can't. Everybody, you may as well not have no car if you ain't coming through that motherfucker. You don't come through that motherfucker with no horses. So if you walking from across that street, they know you up here, you know what I'm saying? You pimping somewhere, they know you visiting, you know what I'm saying? Because you talk about $100 a night though. But but that's still a poor motherfucking spot. You know what I'm saying? To these motherfuckers, they like, it's like, I'm going to say, economy in. So you know what I'm saying? This one is called the White House. And you know what I'm saying? It's on the water, but everything on the water in Miami. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no upscale joint. Man, we found out we better be cool around here. Straight up, we better be real careful. The motherfucker at the liquor store, he's selling shit back there. I want to buy a camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the man behind the cash register. He behind there selling hot shit. He got drugs back there. He come in there. We trying to buy something regular. He pulling out all kind of shit. Like, y'all want to buy this? Yeah. Like, man, why you trying to sell me something? I want to pack $9 and give me one of them. What's that? Slim Jim. Give me the hot Slim Jim right there. And that's it. You say you don't want this camera? No, man, I don't want that hot ass camera. Yeah, probably y'all trying to murder some shit on that motherfucker, man. Trying to put
Blondie dread on that motherfucker.
Trying to push that hot ass shit on me. I'll push that hot ass camera on me because I don't never forget I'm from out of town. I know how we do out of town, motherfuckers. Hey, shut it.
What the fuck? Damn, bro.
Yeah, they fuck around, and they didn't seem like from what dude was on, he'd fuck around and make us buy something sooner or later. Oh, y'all want to hear another funny story? This is the last one. In Miami, me and Playboy D, it's something floating in the water. We own the water right outside our room. It's a white package floating in the water. We like, that's all we've been saying. All we've been saying since we've been there. All we've been saying is, man, we bet you people be throwing all kinds of stuff in the water. That's all we've been saying right now today. So that's what we see that motherfucker. And we trying to use our eyes like we got magic. We trying to make it come to us. Because we ain't no way that, we on the water. And the motherfucker is coming. And it's too far to get. Because what we start doing. We looking for something. We looking for anything. Because we see right now, this motherfucker.
Y'all finna go fishing.
Man, this a real kids off in the water. Hey, so guess what? Guess what? We started looking for something. I was thinking about throwing his ass in there and making him go get it. Like, get in there, you square, go get it. So anyway, guess what we do? We go in some pool, right? You know the thing they say, people in the pool, the long ass thing.
Yeah.
The little catcher net.
You told him you had it. You told him you had it.
No, we both went. We found it together. We was friends like a motherfucker. We was working together. Listen, hey, we was working together like a mother. Let me tell y'all this. Hey, man, we working together like, and we put our heads together. We was like, long ass thing in the swimming pool. And we went and got that. Guess what? We got that motherfucker right. Listen, and it was wet. We like, yeah. We ain't know what time but guess what? A lot of dope be white, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of city, we don't know what the fuck it is. That's what we take it. The man across the street at the stop. He be like, yeah, this some shit, but this fucked up. But y'all might can see, y'all might can do something with it. Guess what, dog? We take the motherfuckers back to our room. Then we start not trusting each other. Now listen. Hey, motherfucker go to the store. I'm finna go to the store. Hey, listen, motherfucker like, hey, we started doing fun shit. We was racing and everything. No, we was having fun. We like, oh, we racing. Hey, check it out now. Motherfucker like, guess what? Motherfucker like, hey, let's go to the store. Motherfucker said, finna go to the store. Hey, then motherfucker think about it. You come with me. Can't no motherfucker stay here with it by himself or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, ain't nobody gonna go nowhere. Hey, he think motherfucker gonna run off with it. It is a big ass bag though.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, motherfucker can go nowhere. You going to the bathroom, motherfucker, and make sure that you ain't doing nothing.
That shit funny.
Hey, I thought that shit ain't no good. That shit'll make niggas turn on each other. Dog, we got that shit. We both started looking at each other funny like. I'm like, man, this nigga finna kill me or something. Hey man, we friends. The mood just changed. Our mood just started changing every couple minutes. Motherfuckers watch TV and shit like.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you know heard some stories about motherfuckers and the kids. Shit, motherfucker kill you quick.
Heard about Rico and and Mitch, man. You got 18 keys in that bag right there?
Oh, the real.
I'm like, man, damn, should I do him before he do me? Because he looking at me like. I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, the whole shit is just wet anyway, and we like, you know what I'm saying? We take to doing this. It's so much like, what the fuck is we gonna do?
You gotta turn that shit into a movie, man. That's a
true story. You can ask though, no bullshit.
Speaking of movies, man, I seen you in a movie or two, man.
Yeah.
Was that some Steve-O Productions?
Yep, Steve-O is just money. Yep. Yep, that he not. Hey. I'm gonna tell you like this, y'all got me hoarse now. Don't ask me about no motherfucking stories. I should have never messed with that stuff. Y'all make sure y'all edit it really good. No, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna do that? Are we on live?
Nah, we ain't on live.
Okay, man. No, I'm saying we ain't live. Okay, whatever. But anyway, though, as far as that movie stuff go, though, that's another venture. Oh yeah, and I also did a blues album too called Andrew Green Blues.
My Weakness.
That was beautiful.
My Weakness. That's my song, dog.
Man, y'all going kind of slow.
Talk about it, baby. Talk about it. Talk about that blues album.
I was supposed to be talking about the movie stuff first.
Yeah.
Answer that question. Yeah, that's some another venture or whatever. Got a paper towel or nothing. Oh man, I'll get to go tell them Miami story, dog. That was something the funniest shit ever. Like my experience down there was crazy.
Yeah, I done heard some from Playboy, but I'm gonna let him tell his story. Right. Oh, the real, he got some funny shit.
He gonna tell y'all. I want him to tell his version of what I told y'all. I want to see how far or close I am.
Yeah, and I wanted to know, like, how did all of y'all end up down there, though? Like, because when Derek Note down there, too?
Derek Note went down there first.
Okay.
But guess what? Derek Note came back.
Right.
Silly me. He had to come back for a reason. He ain't come back rich either. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you know what I'm saying? Like, in hindsight, like, come on, man. Right. Oh, you know what? He might have fucked over him, but he gonna do me right. Type shit. I'm Baby Drew. So he don't give a fuck about nobody.
Hey, speaking of Derek Note though, like now, was he signed to Infinite too when y'all was all with Infinite? Cause remember I think he broke off and he came out with that one solo album he did.
Picture This or
Picture This. Picture This, and he had the Bucks jersey on the cover.
Picture This. I know he had him and
Never Dance.
Yeah, I'll say him and a couple guys. I want to say one time was John Wayne Turner and him. They come up with a label called Never Dance, and he did another project too. A couple of them. He did a couple of Country Boy projects on his own. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I was on them, but he did them like he actually produced them himself. Hustle USA, and there was another one. But at any rate, Derek Note. There were no. You said how did it come to what?
How did y'all end up down there? Because I know you said he was down there first.
Yeah. Derek Note. I was trying to see if I could do a better job than him. I guess not a better job than him, but I was trying to see. If dude was going. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to see if dude was going to be like. You know, like he never told me that it wasn't a good. He never said out of his mouth that it wasn't a good thing though. Right. But like I said, that's why I said I should have been able to. I wouldn't think, like I said, I wasn't thinking deep into it. Back then, I was very, very big on import. What? Go down to where? Miami for the record. But you know what I'm saying? Those type of things, they, you know what I'm saying? The person want to leave Milwaukee. That's the big thing. Got Milwaukee, man. I want to go back, man. I wasn't until I leave this place I started to miss this bitch. Mm-hmm. So I can't think of nowhere else where I'd be like, you know what? I want to go live. None of no shit like that.
So was you ever signed to Big L? You signed to the label?
Hell yeah, I signed right on the. I signed like a motherfucker. I sit there with my left hand. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, that ain't me. Hell yeah, I signed to the U Dig Records. Yep, okay. When I did that project with them. That's how.
Yep. Shout out Big L.
Yep, shout out Big L.
And then
shout out Big L.
What about? Okay, now you signed with Big L. Was you still signed with Out of Eye at the time, or?
I'm a vice president out of Eye Records. So
okay.
As far as I'm always gonna be signed to Out of Eye Records. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always signed with Out of Eye Records. So me and shout out to P. Woods, Jet Roll, Show Mac, and everybody in those old ever. And what I wanted to say was about the that we make you forget. What was we saying again?
You were saying like the Out of was you signed to them?
I was signed to like it depended on like agreements or contracts. I had agreements. I had production and recording agreements, but as far as contract wise, down in Miami, dude brought me a real contract, like you know what I'm saying, like iron contract. So that was like a goofy end. It was like. It wasn't a good idea or none of that stuff, and I think it was designed to. It was just designed to be, you know what I'm saying, just like.
Let me
tell you, it was like let me do this, and I think a lot of it would be tax write-off purposes where having niggas come and do all that shit because they got a business, but they had no intention. It was no intention. It was a contract. No, I didn't read that shit. I just wanted. You should have seen it. All kind of. You had about 8-9 cars in the driveway. It was like millionaire shit.
Right.
But in the end, it was just a dumbass. It was just some dumb fickle eyes looking at it. You know.
So tell me this then. So while you was signed with him, like, are you still signed with them? Was it a breach of contract? Was it a time limit on it?
It was void because I was never released from Out of Eye Records. So the contract, what happened was, it was in breach. It was in breach anyway because he was trying to get me released from Steve-O. When Steve-O didn't have the actual, you know what I'm saying? Steve-O had an agreement with Out of Eye Records. Him and P. Woods had an agreement. You know what I'm saying? They had a whole different understanding. So he was too busy trying to get me away from Steve-O when he should have been trying to get rid of my Out of Eye. So anyway, to make a long story short, the shit didn't work out for him being able to hold me to that because I was never, you know what I'm saying? I was always of another label.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. And I never was released from it, and I would have to release myself, and I never released myself because it wasn't just me. It was me and P. Woods. I couldn't release myself,
and that probably stopped you from taking another step forward.
Yeah, well, as far as in my favor or
in your favor,
it didn't stop me, but it could have. Like if he was in a good position to stop me, you know what I'm saying? If he not benefiting anything from it to this day. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my knowledge and a lot of my will to know business shit back then was really, 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 really like short span attention. I had a really short attention span when it came down to the actual paperwork and fractions and percentages and money, all that. All I wanted to do is I wanted to sign some contract and I wanted to see a bag of money. I didn't have no idea of, you know what I'm saying, how to secure myself for what I'm looking for, what I'm supposed to read. Somebody feel like reading this shit like it was a game you buy at the store. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just throw the instructions away.
You didn't know to have like the lawyers, like
I knew to have it, but guess what? I trust them. They ain't trying to fuck over me.
Trust us, Jones. Nope. CB4, trust us, Jones.
Yeah, I had a very good education. I'm very, very bright. But like I said, to a person that's looking for something, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking to be rich. I ain't looking to be wealthy.
And I get it though, because you down there with Big L. He from the city. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So you like, okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? This like family down there.
The spill was beautiful. Right. I'm reaching back to get my people from home. Y'all, come on.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? But
because my boy Slim Brown went down there and signed with him too. Shout out Slim Brown.
Yeah. Shout out Slim Brown, Slim Fish Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a song called what that song he got called? I like that motherfucker. He said, bitch, what did he say his name? And then, bitch, I'm Andrew something. Oh, bitch,
Yeah, I'm Slim Magic.
It's a nice record too. That's my guy. But yeah, as far as that man,
him and Lavo.
Yeah, and that was just a dice shot that I knew to the crap. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? It just sounded too like I wouldn't do it to nobody. But shit, you can't never put no. But like I said, when you got other shit on your mind, and when your mind is clouded with a whole bunch of shit, cigarettes, alcohol, whiskey, pill, whatever it is, like when you fucked up like that, and you just trying to get everything is done on impulse, and for right now, you ain't never thinking about tomorrow.
Was that stuff like when you speak about the drugs and the liquor and the partying? You think they was presenting all that stuff to you when they knew you was in a certain stage, like they was doing that to try to control you, try to keep you at bay?
What present those ideas? Or you talking about what?
Like as far as like you being on the label, you know, and they want you to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, nobody. You talking about him down there or here?
Him down there.
Oh no! That his main thing was me not being. Are you saying was he offering me these?
Yeah, was
deals?
He offering
How was he offering me drugs? What you ask me?
I ain't trying to put it on record like that. He definitely trying to keep you in a certain mind state.
Yeah, he was definitely not. He was definitely not encouraging no drug use or nothing like that. Like he was very against that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? His main thing. That's why it was called free. You know what I'm saying? He freeing yourself from all that bullshit or whatever. So he wasn't trying to use that situation. He was using the fact that, you know what I'm saying, to his advantage that I wasn't doing shit else. Why not?
Right. Okay.
Like shit, ain't no motherfucker give you like you dead broke. You ain't got shit. Ain't nobody give no fuck about you. Why wouldn't you come?
Right.
Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? So he used that to my advantage. You know, he used my financial situation. I was even living with I think I was living with a girl and with her mom in her basement or some shit.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's hard, dog.
I was living with no girl, mama. I was living with no girl. I was living with no. Not my wife. I'm with today.
Right.
Yeah, we got a ton of men even sitting on the lake.
Yeah.
So y'all spoke on that on the movies a little bit. Did you like doing the acting?
I love doing the acting. I love doing the writing. I wrote the movie that I was in, called The Hole in the Wall. You know what I'm saying? But executive by Steve-O. Steve-O was like, I was like, man, he did those movies. He did the movies Trust Nobody 1, 2, and 3. He got a whole, I forgot what you call it. It's a saga.
Series.
He got a series of movies called Trust Nobody. And he got like, he doing a lot of movies. But in the middle of him doing those movies, I said, man, I want to write a movie. Yeah. He said, write one then. And I wrote it, I gave it to him, shit. And it turned into a movie called The Hole in the Wall.
That's crazy. That's Steve-O.
Steve Love, So he said, shit, write one then. You know what I mean? Like, said, you talking that shit, then do it. Let's do what you think. I'm not going to use it. Right. So that was a good thing that me and him did. You know what I'm saying? Everything, whether he was real fair, he made sure I understood paperwork percentages, things like that. All of that shit was to the letter. Like, he a real good,
shout out Steve.
Yeah, he a great businessman. And he always played fair. He don't ever try to, shit, if you don't know, he going to tell you, he going to teach you. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to me anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Steve-O a good nigga, man. I remember when Steve-O snatched up L Book, man, when Earl them went down.
Yeah.
Where can we find the movies at?
Tubi.
Yeah, you can find it on Tubi, yeah. Tubi is called The Hole in the Wall, and it's a comedy. Okay. And back to that, and we got some more water back there. Back to it being a comedy, I just told him, like, see, I don't want to do no violence, I don't want to do no movie with no guns, with no drugs and stuff. I want to do something that make people be in a good mood.
Yeah.
Everybody doing a movie where, you know what I'm saying, it's about some street shit, so
yeah.
I want to try it this way. And then, you know what I'm saying, I got a lot of good feedback from it, and we talk about doing another one called The After Hour. Like a part 2 to it. So that's something I like doing. I like the movie stuff. But when I was making that movie, I was like, I don't know, I got some kind of nerve in my arm or something, and it was killing me. The whole week, my shit was killing me. Like, my wife had to put heating pads. Like, it was like, oh, he trying to act like a diva and shit, dog. I'm like, yeah, they think I'm trying to be pampered and trying to be, man, I was dying in them motherfuckers, like my arm. So anyway, I got the scene. If you see the movie, it's me and this little short dude. And we had a scene where me and him supposed to be fighting or whatever, dog. And all I can remember was he was like, we had a scene, he supposed to knock me out, but it's just the camera gonna show him hit me, but he don't really hit me. He kept on saying, and trust me, he a little person. You know what I'm saying? You know that, like the little person. Some people say midget, whatever. I'm gonna say little person. You know, and it was a scene with me and him on the fight. He kept on saying like they want to see us fight for real because he a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Just do the boxer. He a little people boxer. And the whole while he wanted to fight and shit for real. And my arm was hurting like a motherfucker, right? So he kept hitting me for real, like you know what I'm saying. And you know they kind of strong. You know what I mean? But my arm was hurt. Yeah.
Man, you let dude fold you up, man.
No, he never hit me for real.
Nah, hell
no. Let me tell you what happened. He does.
Hey,
guess what? I wasn't gonna fight that motherfucker. He a boxer for real. You know what I'm saying? This little motherfucker shit. He just short. Now he ain't the motherfucker saving. I ain't saving no punk now. But anyway, my arm was hurting bad in the motherfucker, dog. And he kept on saying, man, they want to see us fight for real, doing that kind of shit. And he had fucked me up so bad to the point where I just walked out because I couldn't cry in front of everybody. Dog, I was hurting like a motherfucker, and Steve got mad motherfucker like, man, bring your motherfucking ass back in here and finish this motherfucking scene. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times you gotta do a scene in the movie? You know how many times you gotta do a take the shit? Yeah, dude like that. They want us to fight for real.
You know what I think about when you said that shit?
What?
My Bushwick on Martin, dog.
What? What?
Remember Bushwick on Martin?
Oh, yeah, it was like that. Yeah, the motherfuckers, they be mean, dog, and they be, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, sometimes them guys, you know what I'm saying, they want a motherfucker to know, because I know I'm short. You wanna let a motherfucker know that you'll get with them.
So what about the music? Is there anywhere we can find the Baby Drew music?
Baby Drew music?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, let me make that announcement. Yeah, look for Baby Drew on all social media platforms, all of them. All the social media platforms. What's their name?
Pandora.
I
know you got a Pandora. You got a Pandora.
No, she ain't got my name.
So
you got a Pandora, bro.
Facebook.
Oh, I thought y'all was talking about girl Pandora who do the hair.
What? Nigga, this shit pop. My classic 16. My do say on the rocks. Hard to not shoot when niggas is getting shot. Mainly by the cops. Hard to play broke when niggas gon' pocket watch. Thirsty nigga, damn.